Hello, my name is Melinda Cornwall and I welcome you to Wishart State School's second Prep Parent Information Session. Any follow-up questions you may have following this video release can be sent directly to our transitions@wishartss.eq.edu.au email address. We will not be holding an additional Teams meeting following this presentation. During today's video presentation, I will guide you through the following. A brief overview of the PREP curriculum and how it is different from what your child may have been exposed to at kindy. A brief overview of the support services we offer our students and families. The 5 C's and the 5 keys. What will happen on your child's first day at school. Some suggestions to assist in preparing for the first day of school. And an overview of resources and activities that we will be offering to support successful transitions to school. When attending kindergarten, children are exposed to the Queensland Kindergarten Learning Guidelines to lead their learning and development. Students in PREP are taught using the Australian curriculum, which is overseen by the Australian Curriculum Assessment and Reporting Authority, commonly known as ACARA. There are 8 key learning areas which PREP students are exposed to in their first year at school. Underpinning the early years curriculum is a framework called the Early Years Learning Framework, which is aimed at extending and enriching children's learning from birth to 5 years and through the transition to school. At Wishart State School, we deliver the Australian curriculum based on the Early Years Learning Framework using play-based pedagogy for learning. The English curriculum is built around 3 interrelated strands of language, literature and literacy. Teaching and learning programs balance and integrate all 3 strands. Together, the 3 strands focus on developing students' knowledge, understanding and skills in reading, viewing, writing, creating, speaking, and listening. The proficiency strands, understanding, fluency, problem solving, and reasoning, are an integral part of mathematics content. There are 3 content strands that PREP students will be exposed to during their first year at school and include number and algebra, measurement and geometry, and statistics and probability. The other key learning areas taught in PREP include science, geography, history, health and physical education, the arts, including music, and technologies. Whilst engaging in all of the key learning areas, students will be engaging in hands-on learning experiences that encourage them to use their skills of investigating, making choices, developing mathematical skills, developing writing and reading skills, talking with adults and peers, designing and creating, singing, dancing, painting, listening to stories, and moving their bodies with both their big and small muscles. All PREP classrooms use a consistent approach to managing behaviour. This approach is underpinned by the 5 C's. The overriding philosophy of our school in relation to behaviour is that everyone is responsible for their own behaviour. We take a positive approach to behaviour support. All staff use similar language, processes and steps across the school to ensure understanding by all. Our positive behaviour approach is based on the 5 C's: care, conscientiousness, common sense, cooperation, and courtesy. Care relates to students taking care of their appearance and wearing their uniform with pride. It also relates to looking after their belongings and caring for their peers by keeping their hands, feet, and objects to themselves. In the playground, care is demonstrated by putting rubbish in bins, looking after the school environment, and being sun safe. Conscientiousness relates to students aiming to produce their best effort. It also refers to consistently arriving to class promptly. Conscientious behaviour in the classroom is about remaining focused on tasks, seeking and using teacher feedback, being ready to learn, and actively participating in learning. Common sense relates to students moving around the school and classroom safely. It is also referring to keeping others safe and happy. Students demonstrating common sense sit on chairs safely, stay within the playground boundaries, and consider the safety of themselves and others. Cooperation relates to students working towards resolving conflict independently. Students displaying cooperation are honest and helpful and promote harmony amongst their peers. In the classroom, cooperation is demonstrated by listening, following instructions, and working respectfully with others. In the playground, cooperation can be demonstrated by including others in games, participating in games, and following adult directions. Courtesy relates to the use of good manners, looking after others, and showing empathy towards others. It is demonstrated when students enter and exit classrooms in an orderly manner. Courtesy can also be demonstrated when students take turns and invite others to join in games. Students at Wishart State School are explicitly taught the 5 keys to personal happiness and school success using the You Can Do It social skills program. Embedded in the program are 5 key attributes and an associated character. The 5 keys and their characteristics are confidence, being independent, being able to accept myself, and taking risks. Getting along, playing by the rules, thinking first, being tolerant, and using kind actions and words. Organisation, planning my time and belongings, setting goals, and being ready in the right place at the right time. Persistence, giving effort, not giving up, working tough, and using positive self-talk like I can do it. And resilience, having the ability to bounce back when things get tough. There are many things that families can do in the weeks leading up to when school starts to make children's transition easier. Practicing changes to your daily routine will help build your child's sense of security and reduce the stress of getting to school. Visits to the external boundary of the school grounds will help familiarise your child with the school and build their confidence. Remember that you know your child best. Some children feel most confident with a lot of preparation, whereas for some others, too much may be overwhelming. You can practice what going to school will be like for your child using some of the following ideas. Travel to and from school several times as a practice run. Try going to the usual drop-off and pick-up locations, as this will help you and your child get to know what to expect. Practice the school day routine. This may include the morning routine of getting up early, putting on your child's uniform, and packing their school bag. Setting up a regular bedtime routine will also provide your child to wake up fresh and ready for the school day. Practice lunchtime routines. For example, you may like to set up a pretend picnic in the backyard or park. Help your child practice getting their lunchbox out of their school bag and guide them to open it by themselves. You may also assist your child with identifying what to eat for first break and what to keep for second break. Create a visual checklist with your child. This list could include things that need to be done in the evening and morning before they leave for school. Taking photos of your child doing the actions for the checklist can be a fun way to learn. School is an exciting event for children, but school will probably mean some big changes in your child's life. This can include the first extended separation from home and family members, the first steps to independence, new feelings, new friends, new experiences, and new routines. That's why it is important to get your child off to a good start. When children begin school, it is important to remember that this is not only a step for them to take, but also a step for you as parents as well. Adjustments need to be made by both the child and the parents. Our wonderful teachers will do all they can to help your child and will work with you to make school a successful experience. The night before the first day, it may be helpful to have your child's uniform laid out so it's ready to be put on in the morning. Assist your child to pack their school bag so it's ready for the big day. Stick to familiar routines as much as possible. Try to have a calm evening and allow more time to settle before bedtime if your child is feeling excited or nervous about starting school. On the day of starting prep, we recommend you allow extra time in the morning. You may want to take photos to capture the exciting moment. Talk positively with your child about the day ahead on the way to school and remind your child where you will be at pickup time. Try to manage your own anxiety. You might like to plan a relaxing activity the night before or arrange to have coffee with another parent after the school drop-off. Your child's first day will be filled with play, play and more play. This is a period of settling in, feeling safe, learning routines and getting to know each other. Play is the perfect tool to help foster this. Some children may experience feelings of anxiety and sadness and have difficulties saying goodbye to you. If your child is experiencing distress while separating, talk to your child's teacher. They can help put some ideas in place to support your child to separate from you. It is a good idea to have already developed a positive routine together by sharing a high five, a special goodbye hug, or a funny or loving gesture like a big bear hug. Always say goodbye and reassure your child that you will be back in time to pick them up or whatever the arrangements are for after-school care. This helps to build their trust and sense of security. We recommend to avoid lengthy goodbyes as this tends to increase separation distress. Most children will stop crying after a few minutes. Your child's teacher will call you if your child is still distressed after a certain period of time. When you arrive at school with your child, aim to arrive between 8:30 a.m. and 8:45 a.m. Arriving too early may create tension if both of you endure a long wait. You should already have been advised of your child's class teacher and their classroom. Teacher aides will be available to help you on the first day to identify your child's class and teacher. Have a small snack ready for the end of the day to help your child re-energize. Remember that your child may be exhausted when they get home. Give them some downtime and try not to overwhelm them with too many questions about their day. Celebrate their first day of school as it is a huge milestone to achieve. You may also like to organise a special activity or dinner together as a family to celebrate. There is very limited parking in and around Wishart State School. As participants in the Active School Travel program, we encourage families to walk, cycle, scooter, carpool or use public transport to school to assist with alleviating the congestion around the school. The prep precinct is located on Colwyn Street, near the intersection of Invicta Street. Most of one side of Colwyn Street, near the prep precinct, has been zoned by Brisbane City Council as a 2-minute passenger zone. This means that passengers can only be dropped off or collected within this zone to assist with traffic flow. As prep parents are not permitted to leave their vehicles within this zone, the other side of Colwyn Street is a no standing zone, which also means cars are not allowed to stop within this zone. For these reasons, we recommend parking your vehicle in neighbouring streets and taking a short walk to school to lessen the traffic congestion. As mentioned previously, all prep students must be dropped off and collected at the classroom by an adult every morning and every afternoon. Prep students are not required to purchase their own stationery. All prep families will be invoiced in the new year, which will cover the cost of student stationery. You can help your child have a successful school day by ensuring they are well rested. 10 to 12 hours of sleep is recommended for children in prep. Ensuring they are well nourished. Meals should be well balanced. Insist on wholesome, fresh, nutritious foods and avoid pre-packaged high sugar foods. Tuck shop orders can be placed online using the Quicker app. Students are required to bring a drink bottle to school every day and filled with water only. Brain food breaks occur in class around 9:30 before the first lunch break and should consist of a very small piece of fruit or vegetable snack. Keeping your child home if they are unwell. Please phone the office and leave a message to advise if your child is not able to attend school. If your child becomes ill at school, the school will contact you to collect them. Please ensure your contact details are always up to date. Ensuring they have the correct school uniform. Prep students are required to wear the Wishart State School uniform. All students are required to wear either a wide-brimmed or bucket hat when participating in outdoor activities. They are also required to wear black shoes and white socks. There are many ways that we provide support to students. We identify the needs of individual students as we work through the Australian curriculum. Some students will require extension, while some may require support. Parents are always involved and informed in this process. We have skilled, qualified and experienced teachers and teacher aides who work intensively with all students. Our Head of Inclusion has a wonderful team of teachers and teacher aides who support students who are diagnosed with a disability. If teachers have concerns about your child, they will contact you directly and discuss the process our school engages in with our student welfare team. Our school guidance officer and speech pathologist are part of the student welfare team and work alongside our classroom teachers to support all students. You should already have received the links to our first week of Pre-Prep Online. Each week of the Pre-Prep Online program will consist of a story with a focus on either fine motor development, literacy or numeracy. There will be interactive activities for your child to engage in addition to some craft activities using items you probably already have in your home. We hope that you and your child find the program engaging, enjoyable and purposeful. Our prep experiential mornings have been scheduled for 2 mornings on Thursday the 17th of November and Thursday the 24th of November from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Students are invited to attend both these transition mornings. Families will be notified via email regarding the specific details for both of these days. The prep experiential mornings will be held in the current prep classrooms. The children will experience an hour in a prep classroom with a prep teacher and teacher aide, engaging in some positive classroom activities. Our current prep students will be engaging in activities in other areas of the school. Parents are required to remain within the school site, and I have planned a trade show for both of these mornings for parents to engage in. At the conclusion of the final prep experiential morning, your child will take home a gift especially prepared for your child. This prep pack contains a range of information and activities for both parents and children to assist with successful transition to school. Your child's prep pack will contain a storybook for you and your child to read about starting prep at Wishart State School. This book is also available in Mandarin, and we encourage Mandarin-speaking families to read this story to your child in your first language. The prep pack will also include a personalised name card, a social story to read with your child to assist with dropping your child at the gate, a personalised bag tag with reminders of what your child needs to pack each day in their school bag, some tips and tricks to help with teaching reading and sight words when your child starts school, fine motor tracing activities to get their fingers nice and strong, counting and number activities to do together, some lunchbox suggestions and a package from the P&C containing a range of pamphlets and information about uniform ordering, outside hours care, the tuck shop and other important information. One of our very talented prep teachers has constructed an ebook called A Day in the Life of a Prep Student. This ebook will be shared in the coming weeks for you to view with your child. The ebook has been created to exemplify a typical day in prep. It is narrated by prep students and is from the point of view of a prep student. It has been created using PowerPoint but will play like a video. There will be stopping points along the way in order for you to discuss with your child. We hope you have enjoyed the video presentation today. Please email any questions you may have from this session to transitions@wishart.ss.eq.edu.au and I will respond to you directly. Please also continue to check and respond to email that comes your way in regards to pre-prep transition activities, linking with our early childhood education centres and the transition mornings. We look forward to seeing you online in the next few weeks.